I guess I better go ahead and talk about this topic again because a lot of people have been talking about this topic for a while. I haven't been able to do anything on streams lately because I've been busy doing a lot of stuff in real life. A lot of people are talking about the waifu wars. What's going on with the waifu wars and why I made this topic about waifus. Well, today, Steam has announced that they will be enforcing some draconic rules on their Steam gaming page, which basically the waifu apocalypse has happened, and a lot of people are upset with the questionable rogue rogue a rogue user, actually a rogue administrator, who basically banned certain games on the Steam platform, are not happy with what's going on with the Steam store right now because of the bigger concerns about what's going on. Now, there's been some announcements lately about this issue, and a lot of people are talking about this. And I know that some people wanted to talk to me about it, so I might as well explain what's going on because a lot of people have been talking about this controversy for quite a while. There's been a lot of things that are going on. Now, there's a new announcement on YouTube, and I might as well bring it up too because it seems like YouTube has been changing their policies over and over again about the share. Okay, message on YouTube. Select the YouTube friends if you like to send a video or private conversation to created recipient email. Now, that's another thing, but then again, I'm going to go ahead and focus on this topic as well because a lot of people have been talking to me about some things, and I don't know, maybe I should really go ahead and do something about this. I know that some people may not like this topic, but then again, I kind of feel bad that certain games on Steam are going to be banned because of this whole controversy that's happening on Steam. Because lately there's been a lot of concern about what certain things that have been questionable about this. Bans over 9,000 Steam games. Let me see. I don't know. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Let's see. Banned by a game developer. Ban anti-Valve. Let's see. Featuring sex and characters that look. Now, this has been a while since it first came out that Steam is banning games featuring sex and characters that look underage. Valve is cracking down on problematic sexual content games available via its digital distribution platform. As part of a series of changes to remove illegal content from Steam, multiple developers are reporting their visual novels have been banned, particularly those with young men anime-style anime characters. A lot of people are talking about this controversy for a while. It's kind of ridiculous. But, however, the developers are challenging Valve's decision, insisting that their games are legal and age appropriate. Top Hat Studios, which developed a visual novel, Cross Love, tweeted complaints to Valve accusing the company of unfair banning its game after receiving correspondence of alleged the game contained themes of children exploitation. Hey Steam, do you want to? And this is like an old article back in 2018. And right now, Steam has been banning games left and right. To either, if you didn't play our game and are lying to us because you dislike the art or you don't want to ship the game which contains a cross-dressing dude, right? You can ship whatever you want on your platform. Sure, we understand and respect, but you can at least be honest about what you don't want us on your platform. We respect that future reference. I think that's more angering is that no compliance check. The developer later said in a reply to the commentators. They didn't even let us put up an SAW version. They just banned the game arbitrarily. If they just wanted us to remove content, they wish they would have told us. Your character are obviously underage teenagers, argued via Twitter. It doesn't matter if you say they are over 18 years old. They always, like, let me see if this is, let's see. Fumicon like creating art for video games, and I like playing them. Note that it matters to me, but obvious age is probably the dumbest thing I've read this week. My ex-wife was mistaken for a teenage girl at age 32. Then why Valve allowed the ship Paradise Cleaning, Sabat and Witching and Shining Song Supernova and Karakar series on Steam. Their characters look like they're underage teenagers. Oh, that's funny. Let me see what's going on with Top Hat right now. Now, we have a whole lot of announcements, and this is from January 23rd. Coming February, so many of that we still have scheduled on our purpose organizations, which means in time, the screenshots from the RPG VPN. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like from Top Hat Studios. Oh, it looks kind of cool. Oh, that looks pretty good quality for the art style and everything, somewhat. I like the background. I like the party menu and everything. We have a whole lot of announcements coming up in February. So many that we are still scheduling on how to organize them all. In the meantime, here's a screenshot from an RPG VN hybrid adventure tale, which is almost done. Check the Steam page. Here's the Steam Power page. Now let's see how it looks like. The adventure tale. Let's see here. Yeah, because they were the ones that got their one of their games banned. And I have to say, this is not bad looking for a visual novel game. But the issue that they had with this game is sort of bothered a lot of people. And this is something that bothered me as well, is that they're banning these games under the issues of it being that they look underage and all this other stuff, and the fact that this has been happening lately to a lot of Steam users, a lot of Steam developers who wanted to publish their games. Now, Top Hat has been having issues with game developers. Now, you can see right here, they allowed a lesbian game to be in this on Steam, and no one has a problem with that. And you can see right here they have another one. They don't have a problem with that. They actually censored a lot of this stuff, but the games with sexual content they have, you can see, they have tried to make sure that the game is censored. Jesus Christ. And there's like so few games right now that anime, let's see what the anime, let's see, Dungeon Crawler RPG. Uncensored games. And this is by the list that Top Hat Studios has right now. Sorry, an error occurred. Request that you may log in. Oh, wow. Okay, so I might as well look it up. Let's see. Here's my account. Might as well look into it and see what's going on. And this is $14.99. And this has a lot of mixed reviews, so I got to see what's going on. This game is marked as adult only. You're seeing this game because you have set your preferences to be allowed in this content. Okay. So you can see right here the user base. Let's see how their reviews are. Recommended, recommended, recommended. Let's see. Played 1.4 hours. Combat is painfully slow, devoid of tactics. Sometimes you can talk to your opponents into not fighting, but most of the time you have to fight. Click and okay, fair enough. Receive this product for free. This game just wasn't for me. It's not an RPG. It's just a point and click adventure that's about boobs. I don't know. Boring, flat story, ruined for me. I gave it a fair short impression. Okay, fair enough. If you like fighting paper cutouts, this is the game for you. Forgive me, I have sinned. Yeah, and these people didn't like the game. They only played... This one actually played the game, so fair enough. This one got... Played this for 2.41 hours. 1.8 hours. Didn't like it. It's kind of a mixed bag of nuts in the review, because they only had like 16 reviewers that reviewed this. Let's see. I'm kind of curious about this game. Now, are they banning certain games? I don't know. Because it looks like they've been busy trying to... Uh-oh. Deluxe edition content, extra artwork, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if they... Okay, so the global game jam. Save up to 85% games created. Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. Death Zone, Maneater. Rogue Empire. Well, let's see what the visual novel games they have. Let's see, games. Let's see, casual, let's see. I'm trying to look for visual novels because they actually have mature games. They actually have team-based multiplayer. Let's see. Because there's a lot of things that are going on with this genre. And they have so many visual novel games. Let me see if I can look it up because I can't seem to find visual novel. Voice control? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, I guess I better go ahead and do this. Visual novel. Visual... Jeez, it's always doing that. Let's see. Orion sci-fi visual novel. Who Mike visual novel. Now, there's been a lot of controversy over the issue about these games. Certain games are okay. But what bothers me is that they're saying that they're deleting a lot of this stuff. Let me go ahead and look for a source here. Let's see, and this is the old one. Steam is banning sex games with young-looking characters. Update: Steam bans erotic games with young-looking characters. Valve started again to delete prevent visual novel releases. Yeah, one would think there is some rogue employee who really hates anime and visual novels and tries to ban everything they can, even all ages. Valve, okay, so there's been a lot of talk about this since 2018. And a lot of people are talking about this issue, what's going on with what Valve is doing, and introducing a new policy that a lot of people are not happy about. Considering that this has been going on for a while, a lot of people have been talking about this thing for about a month now. And it kind of bothers me a lot about what's going on. Considering I spent like 16 minutes on this thing to find something about this whole issue about what they're doing. Because already Sony is also doing this. They're also trying to apply censorship because of the issues that are going on with Japanese games lately. It's becoming a problem. And a lot of people are not happy about it, especially what they're doing. I know that some people are not happy about this, and I'm just trying to look up the sources here and seeing what they're trying to do, because Valve has been purposely banning certain games featuring young female characters, and she's not. She's not. She looks like a child, just a schoolgirl like any other VN on Steam. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this for a while. Let me see if I can look this up, because after getting banned from Steam, Hello Goodbye launches on JUSA, Manga Gator, and Nitaku. Let me see if I can find the article, because I did find the article, even though one angry gamer is probably the only site that you probably would look up. It's a blog. After getting banned from Steam, Hello Goodbye launches on Just USA, Manga Gamer, and Otaku. The all-age version of Nico Neon Software's Hello Goodbye was banned from Steam release. And let me look up the... Valve reneges on its not being the taste police, bans Hello Goodbye from BN Steam. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this because the video is no longer available because the YouTube account associated with this video has been terminated. The old web store cache reveals that Hello Goodbye maintains a clean stored page with no lewd content or adult material presented. It offers 30 hours of content, multiple branching stories, and multiple endings match. Neoyan has yet to make an announcement on the issue statement of online what was going on. Some users on the forum discussions were asking about the game's uncensored status, and developer revealed that the current version did not contain 18 plus content, but there would be uncensored patch made available as DLC. So the game was not removed for being uncensored, since the version was submitted to Steam as censored. An uncensored patch was planned for the release, though. However, it doesn't appear as any of that will go according to plan, since the game has been banned from Steam. This is also seems to go against Valve's stated claim that they would not be the taste police. The original on June 18th, when Valve wrote, we decided to decided the right approach to allow everything onto the Steam store except for things that we decided are illegal or straight up trolling. Taking the approach allows us to focus on less on trying to police what we should be on Steam and more on building those tools to give people control or whatsoever that kind of content they see. So what does Valve consider illegal? Because according to their current behavior, they have not been keeping to consistent standards at all. The reasons for the bans are oftentimes vague, or some cases go directly against Valve's policy on supposedly allowing anything that wasn't illegal or straight up trolling. On September 5th, 2018, Valve clarified their stance on the games constituted straight up illegal trolling, but failed to clarify what was considered illegal. For instance, the Key to Home was banned for a second time for allegedly containing sexual suggestive material featuring minors, even though the version was submitted to Steam was T-rated for teen. There was also been a game called Immolicious, whatever it's called, which has been banned because they said it exploited children. Another game that was recently banned from exploited minors called Cross Love Episode 1, which was about a college student engaged in a tryst with a cross-dresser. Now, the majority of these cases, although it hasn't been confirmed with Cross Love, only two of Valve's employees have been banning the games from Steam. Jason Remu and Arissa Sagano. Games have been trying to get a clear answer on to why Valve is censoring and banning games from the platform, even after they said they would no longer do so. I did reach out to Valve's Doug Lombardi and Jason Remu a couple of times since the new bans have been taking place, but so far they haven't responded to the inquiries. There hasn't been any updates from Nico Nyan yet regarding any possible availability to Hello Goodbye on Steam. Update: the following publication of this article, Nico Nyan did update the community that they were reaching out to Valve for clarification on why the game was banned. Yeah, it seems that there's been some issues with Valve, and right now there's a lot of things that are going on that it's getting to the boiling point that people are going to probably stay out of this whole situation with Steam, because right now it's causing some people who want to play this game, who don't give a shit about the issues and problems with it, who are openly criticizing the game. It seems that some of these rogue employees, as they call them, are deliberately banning the games for some weird reason. And this is why I had to call this title Waifu Wars. Let's see here. Here's another game that Dirty Sex Education Gay Fury Sexism Preps launch on Steam in February. And this is something that I don't know why they did this. And I don't know why Steam is going to allow this. While a bunch of sexy themed games, some of the non-sexy games, are getting banned left and right on Steam, some developers still feel emboldened to push the limits to shifty skin and rub fur. Oh yeah, this is funny. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about here, because it's apparently the audience doesn't give a shit what I do when I make a show, because this is what they're doing. This is the game. This is the game that everyone's talking about. Yeah, this is what they're trying to do. This is what they'll probably approve in their store. Like I'm literally laughing at this game. This is what they're trying. This is what Steam does. They literally approve games that they feel suited for children. Or suited. Let me see if this thing is rated T for teen or something like that. Because I'm going to be laughing if it is. Because I'm a bit curious about this game and why are they allowing this to be here. Because this is something that needs to be. Dirty education. Let me look this up on Steam because I want to confirm something here and why they are doing this. This game is marketed as adult only. Seeing the game because you are set to preference to allow this content. Now this is rated M for mature. Adult content. Low grade. Okay. This is low. Okay, this is like a low quality game, but with art. Yeah, this contains sexual content. Oh yes, Steam. Yes, yes, Steam. That's right. This is great job, Steam. Great job thinking about the children. Because this definitely makes it cartoonish as hell talking about this. This is definitely something that I'm sure the children would love to play. It definitely shows some great effort that you care about the children so much, Blizzard. You definitely know how to pick your games. Yes, about slong animals with big dongs. That's pretty much what they're doing here. This is all about the love of furries and educating children on how to basically. I know this is like adult stuff, but Jesus Christ. It's so cartoonish. You can see right here that thing looks like a kid, but with bigger muscles and a bigger schlong. It's a great idea, ladies and gentlemen. Great content right there about slapping that ass. It's so great. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see if I could find it. Oh yes, Metroid Prime, ladies and gentlemen, is something that you probably will like. A game about muscle-bound, too much testosterone for SJW's thick. I know, it's so funny. You can come in, man. I'm just messing around with this live stream right now. It's just so bad right now. It's just getting to the point that they really want to make this into a big deal. Let's see here. Let me see. Let me go ahead and try to look up Metroid Prime because I'm kind of a bit curious about this. And Resident Evil. Okay, let's see what else. Ubisoft is changing Assassin's Creed Odyssey DLC cutscenes after LGBT community complains from the LGBT. Okay, that's another one I could probably look up. A law firm moves forward with a class action lawsuit against Activision over security frauds. Okay, I'm kind of a bit curious because I used to remember some issues about security issues with Blizzard, because I know for a fact that Blizzard, I used to remember whenever people bought those old little keychain coding random number types, when you have to type it in whenever you buy that little security code thing and you have to log into your game, that's how bad it was back then. People kept stealing accounts. And it turns out, even if you bought it, the security key, you still get hacked. That's how bad it was at Blizzard. And they were selling these for $10. That's how bad the whole situation was with Blizzard. And right now, this is what they're doing. In early January, there was reports going around on Activision. Let's see. Early January, there was reports going around that Activision was beginning investigating for market fraud after shareholders complained about not being given the heads up about publisher split from Bungie, and that would entail for Activision's losses of the Destiny IP as a revenue source. According to MarketWatch, a Rosen law firm headed up by Lawrence Rosen and Philip Kim and Zachary Harper is leading a class action lawsuit against Activision Blizzard for anyone who purchased securities between August 2nd, 2018 and January 10th, 2019. According to the brief announcement, the firm is seeking to recover damages under federal security law. It's plenty states why the suit has been filed and why Activision conduct was labeled as misleading. According to the lawsuit, defendants throughout the class period made false and misleading statements and or failed to disclose that 1. The termination of Activision Blizzard and Bungie Inc. partnership are giving Bungie full publishing rights and responsibilities for Destiny franchise, a series of sci-fi fiction themed video games, was imminent. 2. The termination of two companies' relationships would be feasible, have a significant negative impact on Activision Blizzard's revenue, and as a result, Activision Blizzard public statements were maternally false and misleading at all relevant times. When the true details entered the market, the lawsuit claims that the investors suffered damages. Wow. So it's and this is the reason why they decided to make Soldier 76 into Soldier 69. This was a big issue now that it looks like Activision Blizzard screwed themselves by using these stupid marketable ideas to the point that even though they're not suffering completely in the market, but right now they could be seeing a drop in their stock because right now they're being sued. And the idea of them trying to use the Ellie fake news thing and the Soldier 76 thing as some feasible distraction in hopes to garner some sympathy within the community, or getting some some LGBTQ moolah in hopes to get their business running. It seems that a lot of people are not happy with what Blizzard has done, Activision Blizzard itself has done to themselves in order to sell themselves short to convince everyone, oh, we were trying to do a good thing, but unfortunately we had to lie to you people. As much as I like playing World of Warcraft, and I still do, I still love playing World of Warcraft, but it's a shame that this whole drama that's going on with the company itself, it's becoming a problem. And that's why most people are upset about this. Let's see. Let's see. Bethesda comes under fanfare again due to the new premium Fallout 76 jacket. Yeah, that cost a lot of money. I saw what's his name's show. I gotta say that was okay too. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to get another story here because I'm kind of a bit curious about this one game that everyone's talking about. Resident Evil Remake. Monroe's Chronicles H. Nintendo Switch won't have mysterious lights or censorship regulations, says Dev. Okay, good news, everybody. If anybody who wants to buy Mortal Chronicle H on Nintendo Switch, or Compile Heart tweeted out remainder of Mortal Chronicle H for Nintendo Switch won't feature any kind of mysterious lights, mysterious cloth, censorship relegations like Sony. Sony's recent mandates for Japanese games appearing on PlayStation. There is a list of PS4 titles affected by Sony's censorship policies, but Mortal Chronicles H for Nintendo Switch isn't one of them. The tweet from Compelled Heart went on January 25th, 2019, where they informed gamers about the up-and-coming release for games on Nintendo's eShop for 4,000 yen. However, you can pre-order the game for 2,800 yen and pre-download the game ahead of the January 31st release date starting January 30th. The worthwhile part of this tweet, however, is in addition to containing spicy imagery and scantily-clad minks, this is Compiled Hearts writes, Mortal Chronicle H Mowaro, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it right, exclusive download for Nintendo Switch is making the heart pound for the scratch and undressing mode, the mysterious lights and the mysterious cloth, and the uncensorship regulations. There is none. So, good news, everybody. Nintendo Switch is getting this game out. Let me see if I can play it. I don't know if my frame rate is going to be good for it to show, but I'll show it either way. So here we go. This is the game that everyone wants to play. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I would play this, but unfortunately the Japanese have been lately, even Sony Entertainment of Japan has been taking down videos lately. I think this is pretty cute, as you might as well see right here. I would probably play this game, but I never played that many visual novel games, so it's kind of funny how they're doing this. In a way, I would probably see if they would probably make this game, because I know that Compelling Hearts has been known to make a lot of interesting games, and they have made their most interesting RPG game ever. Let's see, what else can I show you guys? Oh yes, Metroid Prime, which a lot of people have been talking about. The man's response over Metroid Prime 4 development at Nintendo happens to be Shinya Takahashi. At a recent, Takahashi took a video to announce that Metroid Prime 4 development has been restarted by...
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, man? How's it going? What you up to?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hold on.
Can you hear me now? Do you hear what Steam is doing?
Oh, I had to check out the mic real quick.
Oh, really? I can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
Very bad.
Okay. Yeah, just trying to get this show on the road. Let me go ahead and... Hopefully the Steam thing won't be that bad. Right now, let me go ahead and... Steam! Okay, let's see here. I'm just looking up some interesting news and see what I can look up to. Let me see here. YouTube makes conspiracy videos harder to find.
Oh man, I'm having a little issue with the mic, so.
Oh, really? I can hear you just fine. You don't sound bad. Can you hear me? Yeah, it seems like he has some technical issues. I don't blame him. I'm just trying to get this show on the road. It seems like my connection's having problems too. I'm just looking up some stuff that's been happening. Assassin's Creed Odyssey DLC ending being changed due to backlash statement from Glad's comments. Let's see here. Let me see. Alright, here's some interesting news. I'm going to go ahead and post it right now. Hello. After hearing player feedback, okay, because this is from this Assassin's Creed Odyssey issue, a lot of people are talking about this. After hearing feedback from discussing within the development team, we are making changes to the cutscenes and some of the dialogue in Shadow Heritage better reflect the nature of relationship for players selecting a non-romantic storyline. These changes, along to rename the trophy achievement, are being made now. We will be implemented in the up-and-coming patch. We've also been carefully looking at the next episode, Bloodline, to ensure the past of the player's experience mirror the choices they make in the game. This is amazing news. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to the feedback. This is much appreciated. Let's see. What choice? It didn't have any. Also, logically, you still keep the player's choice you made anyway. It's for those who didn't play the DLC and wanted to have an actual choices. So the last portion, it's like most people are talking about this on the forums, and this is becoming one of those crazy issues. I don't post on the forums usually. I log in specifically to thank you for that. I'm a longtime fan of Assassin's Creed, replaying Enzo Trilogy for end the time right now. I was planning to buy Odyssey sometime in the next month or two, most after the news about forced heteronormative. Despite the previous promises, I was heartbroken. It felt like a complete betrayal, and I was ready to abandon the franchise altogether, never buying any of its titles again because it was huge. It's not just a minor mistake now, I have hoped. Thanks. I hope we've never have to see something like this again. I hope I'll be able to buy games from you many more years without any double. Let's see here. Maybe UB needs to make every game sterile without any sexual interaction or interest. Then we can bypass all the hurt feelings. Well, it worked it out for me because as I played exactly how I wanted Cass's story to end. Sort of. What I don't get is how the heritage ending, at least the second most recent installment, plays into her meeting her real dad and her apparent fate.
Hey, dude.
Hey, how's it going? Everything okay?
Sorry for the technical difficulties, my guy. I'm having a little bit of a thing. Keep talking.
Yeah, I'm just reading this little thing because apparently a lot of people were talking about the DLC for Assassin's Creed.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, now you can hear me? Good.
Yeah.
A lot of people are talking about the Assassin's Creed DLC, and apparently they're going to update it.
Oh, yeah, I kind of heard.
Yeah, because
basically, the from what I recall, the reason why they're downloading it was because of something that offended the LGBTQ.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know what has offended them because let's be honest here, Greece was always known for its butt fucking parties. I mean, just ask Alcibiades. I butchered the guy's name, but if you've ever seen the video that Condancula made regarding him on Mad Lads,
yeah,
you will see why that guy was in fact a Mad Lad.
Yeah, because right now they're talking about this game. Like, I'm reading the forum comments, and this is funny though.
All right, what do you got? What do you got?
Let's see. I'm like reading some of the stuff on the forums. Like, no, because the problem was it wasn't first isn't sexuality. It's just the consequences of a cause, which is the problem here. No choice, no consistency with the character we play in the main game. I play a bi Cassandra, and I don't want a romance with a random interesting dude. So no, it's not heterosexual. It's just more stupid. Gays are not the only one in this DLC portrays. This Cassandra doesn't love Nikatas, no question of sexuality. And the IRL, I'm a straight guy, but my real sexuality is irrelevant. It's not just a question of sex. The DLC betray my character and the character I forge in respect to consistency of the elements gave me in the main game, and sexuality is part of it. Just like the control of the character belonging to me and only me. When I say no, it's no, point. This is the rules of role-playing game. Ubisoft must learn it. Yes, I don't want to be like Terry Crews while he gets his ass grabbed. That's pretty much what they're saying here. That because it's like I don't want to get my ass grabbed by another dude.
I got my ass grabbed by dudes and by women.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. You don't see me crying.
Yeah, but Terry Crews did it because it was a producer.
Yeah, I had to. All you had to do is learn to get over it. That's it. There's no other way. Get the fuck over it.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of people were kind of talking about that DLC. Like they're forcing us to fuck a dude that I don't like.
But I wanna be a lesbian. I wanna be a gay man.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of what's going on here. A lot of people are talking about this other controversy that's kind of ridiculous. You know that Fallout jacket that everyone's talking about?
The Fallout 76 jacket that's supposedly leather. Well, it's not even leather. It's more like vinyl.
Yeah, and it's low quality, and they're offering.
Of fucking course it is.
It's like low quality. Like that's what a lot of people. What we were told versus what we get. Please take time on the ES6 because a lot of people were like literally making memes of it.
But how crappy is the quality? I mean, I've seen
bag matches perfectly. They're like literally making memes of this of the Fallout 76 thing.
Somehow I think trash bag is more fashionable than that fucking jacket.
Yeah, like that's what people are upset about is this Fallout 76 jacket being like $200. Because that the $276 blows like a snowblower. Then the sad individuals will find that it is this latest scam.
Wait a fucking minute.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking jacket is worth $250.
And they're making it $276.
Dude, for $276, I would rather get my dick sucked. Seriously. But get the fuck out of here with this bullshit jacket, man. Yeah, you probably have a bunch of those Chinese niggas making those things.
That's true.
You're probably making them. Bethesda has them probably coming out of some shitty. How should I say this? Sweatshop on the outskirts of Shenyang. Come the fuck on.
That's why a lot of people are upset about this because this jacket is like worth $200 something, a leather jacket, and they say that the material quality looks bad.
That doesn't even look like leather. Shit.
I know.
Let's be honest, JT. That looks more like spandex. That looks more like spandex, rubber.
And they're like one of them actually pointed out, made of real leather, and like they're using like a that blue I forget what it's called.
And there's another thing that is an insanely intense blue color. Why? What's the shade looks fuck, man.
Yeah, because a lot of people are just making.
I mean,
they're literally making memes of this.
I'm not even the fashion police, but Jesus Christ.
That's why a lot of people are not happy about this Fallout 76 controversy because, and there's also the fact that there was also another rumor going around that Fallout 76 is going to be free online.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, a lot of people were said that they were giving back the physical copies of Fallout 76. If anyone watching this has a copy of Fallout 76, store it, because that will be a collectible in like 10 years. Like, people actually sending physical copies of Fallout 76. I mean, let's be honest with you, it's literally a box in a cardboard with the code on it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like a lot of people weren't happy with the idea of a code. They wanted the physical disc.
What's even more messed up is the fact that they even had it for rental. Yes. you could rent this game at a Redbox.
My God. And this is on disc?
Yep.
Jesus.
Well, maybe not as much a disc, but rather, I mean, I've seen the disc. It's literally a cardboard box with a code that you had to enter. That code is going to be invalid for the next motherfucker that actually plays this.
I sort of agree with you on that one.
But it would have been better than a disc, like you said. It really does. But that's the man. I don't know about you, but if they're pretty much Kurt Cobaining right now.
Yeah, they're desperate for money, man. What do you expect them to do? They've been trying to sell this game and then try to. They weren't even probably making much money off of their current games that they brought out. Like everyone's right now. They're developing Doom. They're also actually Doom 2, or actually Doom Immortal, which is what they're developing, and they're also developing. They also recently released it. Wolfenstein 2, and they're also doing another Wolfenstein, but that one is kind of like they want to introduce his daughter.
So basically, Antifa Simulator 2019.
Pretty much.
The hell are those? I'm checking out some of the. I'm checking out my Twitter real quick. And okay, what the hell is that? No, man, it's politics related. I'm not even gonna mention this shit. And tomorrow, well, at least today is Australia Day.
Yeah, they're also doing a Steam sale for Australia Day.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, what Australia Day really is, well, was basically the day that Australians had internet for the very first time, and that's what happened.
Yep.
Well, not really, but the Australia's birthday was more the likes of bringing a bunch of companies from Britain, and then ended up becoming the biggest ship posters on the planet.
Yeah, they were convicts, that's for sure. Yeah, in order to solve the population problem in whatchamacallit, the prison population in England, they decided to move them to another country, which was Australia, which was a colony originally, but then after a while they moved all the criminals and crazies over there.
And you know what's even more interesting about Australia? That that island, that gigantic island that can fit like 3 states of Texas or even 4. Well, let's be honest here. Most of the animals will fucking kill you.
Yeah.
That's why they sent them there. They sent them so they could die. But well, combat versus platypuses that have poison in their fangs and God knows what else. Black widows.
Well, they managed to survive. That's the thing. And even going so far to kill all the natives that live there.
And there's another thing though. Australia is a fucking meme.
Yeah.
Australia is a fucking meme. I mean, if you want a perfect example, that that is one hell of a meme war.
Yep,
Basically, the Australian forces versus a bunch of fucking emos.
Oh man, they probably would lose to the emos.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna read out the story a little bit. The Emu War, also known as the Great Emu War, was a nuisance wildlife management military operation undertaken in Australia over the latter part of the 1932 to address a public concern over the number of emus said to be running amok in the Campion district of Western Australia. The unsuccessful attempts to curb the population of emus, a large flightless bird indigenous to Australia, employed soldiers armed with Lewis guns, leading the media to adopt the name Emu War when referring to the incident. While a number of birds were killed, the emu population persisted and continued to cause destruction.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm going straight with the aftermath. Well, to be honest, the Aussies lost. Really.
They
That's what
they really went that far.
Yeah, this was straight up. This was a straight up war against a bunch of fucking birds.
And they straight up lost that fight.
Let's see. I'm gonna be honest, Australia is actually a pretty cool country, to be honest with you.
It is. It actually has its fair share of history and fair share of in pretty good movies too.
Yeah, and it's also when it came to their cars, holy shit.
Yeah, they have some really good.
What they had on
Let me see if I
the
can.
fucking dudes.
Let me see if I
Being
can
one of those
remember. Let me see if I can remember which one of these Australian movies I watched when I was a kid.
Let me guess. The Matt Matt series being one. I have seen. Dad. What was it called again? It was this driving dystopian movie.
Yeah, Mad Max. Let's see what else. Australian films. Let me see. It was like in the 80s or something like that. Yeah, because Mad Max was in the 70s, like right around 79.
Yeah.
Let me see what else. Gallipoli. I actually watched it. Gallipoli that starred. Let's see, what was his name? Mel Gibson. Gallipoli is like an Australian war drama film directed by Peter Weir. Yeah, I watched that film. It was kind of like a bunch of Olympic runners in Australia decided to enlist in the Australian Army in the First World War, and in the end, they died. Let's see. Let me see. BMX Bandits. Oh, that's one of the
Hmm.
first earlier appearance of Nicole Kidman.
Well,
Fortress.
what's the name of this movie? The Cars That Ate Paris. That's an Australian movie.
Yeah. I remember there
Yeah.
was one. I remember when I think Cheech Marin starred in Australia in an Australian film. Oh yeah, Strictly Ballroom was another one.
The Cars That Ate Paris were basically about a bunch of people who were killing running over citizens in cars full of spikes.
Yeah.
And there was also hmm, BMX Bandits. I never actually heard of this one. Oh, Nicole Kidman stars in it.
I didn't even know that Paperback Hero, Hugh Jackman and Claudia Cameron.
Let's see who we got here. No, Dead Man Driving. That's Dead End Driving. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dead End Driving. That's actually a cult movie in Australia. It's about a concentration camp for suicidal rejects. Who and I'm not kidding here. This is a movie about people who get sent to concentration camps because the economy has collapsed
Yeah.
to the point that man, in the case of cars, the manufacturing industry has shrunk to a point where cars are a commodity and parts are fought over between savage companies robbing gangs. Yeah, they gone that far.
The
And then a
Big
dude.
Steal.
Let's see what else. The guy gets locked in a concentration camp. His girlfriend stays there. He tries to escape, and it's actually good. Check it. You should totally check it out. I saw it on YouTube.
Let's see. Crocodile Dundee was another one.
I think we should disqualify Crocodile Dundee and
Yeah, because it was kind of an
Matt.
American. It was kind of like an American / Australian film, but it starred an Australian, and a lot of people considered that film very entertaining because originally they were going to Australia and then they went to America.
There was also Road Train, which was a horror movie about a truck that runs on blood.
That's
That
true.
was a. There was an apocalypse movie I checked out called damn, what was the
Yeah,
name of
because
this movie?
I know Strictly Ballroom was considered a. Let me see, Adventures of Priscilla. Oh yeah, I seen that film. Queen of the Desert. I seen that film. It was actually not. I thought it was a pretty good film because it was hilarious about a bunch of transgenders
Mm-hmm.
who basically are traveling around around Australia, and it was kind of like Tu Wong Fu Thanks for Everything type of storyline, but except it was like the most ridiculous story I ever seen. But I did like the movie called Strictly Ballroom. That was actually a pretty good story.
There is a movie in Australia called Fags in a Fast Lane.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes, and I
Plot synopsis.
I can't believe the Wiggles movie was made in 1997, and I hated watching them.
Hot potato, hot potato.
I know, and they got that one song called "Fruit Salad," yummy. I'm like, what the?
Oh yeah. There is a movie that is actually one of my personal favorites. It's called Pizza, and it was basically the movie adaptation of a comedy show called Fat Pizza. Which is it's fucking brilliant. It's like full of it's got all the stereotypes you could want regarding Australia. You got the corrupt cops, the label gangsters. Yeah, for real. They have Middle Eastern gangsters over there.
Yeah.
The main character is a guy from Malta,
Hmm.
who delivers pizzas and tries to get pussy, and he does fuck. Yeah, he does fuck. But check it out. The level of solid is, oh my god, you want some of this Sekize?
Oh my gosh.
It's ridiculous. The movie and series was on YouTube, and let me tell you something. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing. It had everything. It had burnouts. It had Hunter. It had raunchy season, and fuck. What was the name of that Australian movie I saw? It was called like The Last Day on Earth. It was basically about a road trip. It was basically about a road trip. The guy tries to get to his girlfriend, and then before a meteor strikes towards the Earth.
Oh really?
Yeah.
God, these people really made some weird movies.
There's also House Elves, which was basically made by the same guys that did Fat Pizza for the most part. You know what's fun? You know what's funny? Rebel Wilson was actually one of the cast members of the pizza series.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was Habib's wife, Tula.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, a Greek. Yeah, she was a Greek. So at least in the show. I'll be honest. I think that was actually the only good role Rebel Wilson has ever actually, in my personal opinion, that has ever actually nailed it. She played this fat Greek, disgusting hood rat who had a gang of other fat bitches. I'm not making this up. This is actually how it rolls. And one of the other characters, his name is David. He's actually the stoner.
Yeah.
He fucking trips on some real shit.
Damn.
Like he's the junkie.
He's the junkie.
Yeah, Australian film industry is one hell of a drug. Yeah. There we go. Charles and Boots. I had never watched that movie, but a friend of mine, These Final Hours. Yeah, that's the name of the movie I was talking about. The one about the meteorite. But yeah, the thing with Dead and Driving is the fact that it was actually one of Quentin Tarantino's many favorite movies. You know, there is another Aussie movie we should disqualify.
What?
Waterworld.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Waterworld. Midnight Spirits was also know what it was basically a towing movie from the 1970s. Yeah. Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, I guess Crocodile Dundee. You know what's even more interesting? The fact that Paul Hogan was also pretty famous in Australia, not just because of Crocodile Dundee, but because of the fact that the guy also didn't pay taxes. He was a tax evader.
Explains why he decided to leave Australia.
Yep.
And then try to move to the U.S. to pay taxes there too.
Man, I don't know what to say regarding Australia other than that. How's those? I know this. Well, the series was actually pretty decent. Basically, the thing about houses is that there's a guy whose name is also Paul, and he.
They really go so far with that.
No, JT, I just found something that's fucked up. I'll send you the picture.
Okay.
It's not even related to the fucking movie, but shit, you know what? I'm sending it to your personal Discord.
Okay.
God.
Yeah, under
I
shit
can't
posting.
I can't believe someone actually fucking used it as their profile picture. This is fucked up. Wow, no one actually. Whoa, then again, we have like 4 people here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 people, including myself. Well, 4. Let's see.
Yeah, they're not
6.
active though. That's the thing.
Damn, dude, you should really put more people in this group for real.
I should. You can invite people if you want to, man. Just to let them to come in if they want it.
Dude, look at this. This is an actual Facebook profile picture.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my. God. It's like the dumbest profile picture I've ever seen. Who would put that in their mouth?
Dude. I'm between this and the video John Trump put out tonight regarding Dan Aykroyd selling vodka.
Yeah.
I think my brain cells had had enough for tonight.
I'll agree to that.
No, but here's the thing. This is it. This Dan Aykroyd selling vodka shaped like with a bottle that's shaped like a human skull, and then it goes around saying some insanely woke shit about how the guy was interested in the paranormal, in the supernatural, the paranormal. Double terminated. Whatever the fuck those crystals were. Seriously.
So apparently, I found out that Amazon is putting out the game, whatchamacallit, Tag Team Frenzy for Nintendo Switch for 20-something bucks.
Oh my lord! Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
So I just saw some, one of the jacket memes.
The Jack memes?
Yeah.
Oh, the Jack 2, yeah.
No. Premium letter. No, that's lab. That's the tarps that FEMA gives to the people in emergency situations.
Oh my god.
It's a tarp. It's an actual tarp. Holy shit! And all it needs is a FEMA logo, and that's it. We're done.
FEMA logo. That's a tarp. Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention they were using that as the material for the jacket.
Who the hell is Kevin Barnett?
Kevin Barnett? Oh, Kevin Barnett? He's like a comedic actor. Like.
Yeah. He's dead. Yeah, he died of he died in Tijuana from
he died
pancreatitis.
Yeah, he's like a comedic actor. He was in Hall Pass. He was in The Heartbreak Kid, Friends with People, comedy show. It's sad though. The guy was
32 years old.
Yeah, he was young.
Ah, this is actually a year older than me. Fuck.
That's
hey,
sad.
Man.
That's sad. He was on College Humor too.
Hey man.
What's up?
I'm headed motherfucking in Tijuana. I can't think of a good place to die drinking that motherfucking water and shitting my guts out.
Oh god.
I didn't know I probably didn't find it funny. So yeah, I'm going to hell. Fuck it.
Don't feel bad.
So back to the Amazon thing.
Amazon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tag Team Frenzy is like $21. Plus shipping and handling is about $29.99 plus tax. It's almost like 30, so it's like you get $10 off because originally it's like $49.99 and they actually put it down on sale for some reason because it seems like the pre-orders were. So SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy on Nintendo Switch is 20 something bucks, 21.20. That's a good deal for me. Considering that's been a controversial game for a while, and it's region free.
Look, I'm gonna be honest here. One of my nephews actually asked me this: why didn't I buy a Nintendo Switch? I don't want to waste my time on a console game that you're not a soy boy. But I'm gonna be honest here: half the owner base are in fact full blown soy boys.
True.
And yeah, it does sound very what's the word I'm looking for?
What?
It sounds silly and stupid and childish in a way, but that is how I see the Nintendo Switch. Also, it looks pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, but I kind of like it because it's very convenient. You could play it as a system, even though it doesn't have like the best. It can only go up to a certain amount of AP, but it's a really convenient system. You can play it. You can play it on the go. But the problem is the biggest issue with this system is that it can only last 3 hours of battery life. That's how bad this system is.
3 hours.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, 3 hours to play a game on it, because the games on the system are around 720. I think it's like 720p. Like that's kind of the average, but you can get it up. It can upscale it when you're on the TV, when you're on the little TV mode, and it looks pretty. It's pretty good, but the biggest problem with this system is that certain games look good on the Switch. But there's one particular game that's like the WWE games. They tend to have like frame rate issues.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's not enough good games in this game to actually there's no games that I want to play on a Switch. I mean, outside maybe Bayonetta, but that's as far as I'll go.
Yeah, there's some Switch games that are okay. There's some that I really do like. Like for example, you can play like the old SNK games, like King of the Fighters 96 through 97, because that's the only reason why I like this system, because it can easily emulate certain games sometimes. But the biggest problem is it doesn't go like full screen, but it only does it on partial screens.
Oh my lord!
But the funny thing about this system, here's the thing about the sales of this system. But they're not censoring games. That's the. But lately, Sony has been doing this.
Yeah, that is true. There is that. I'll give them that.
Because
Nintendo, unironically, they don't give a shit about censorship or the loud minority.
Yeah, because what happened was a lot of the fans were kind of upset during when they released that Wii game of let me see, it was Xenoblade Chronicles X. where they deleted a lot of stuff, like the boob side thing. And a lot of fans were not happy about that because they wanted to play the female characters, and they basically made them they look like skinny as hell. That was the problem. A lot of fans were not happy with what they did when they edited that one part out of the game, and it kind of made people upset, especially how a lot of they realized after listening to some of the fans, even when they kicked out certain elements that were working in there, they started to realize, yeah, we're going to just make the game as it is. Fuck these people. Fuck the journalists, because they're pissing us off. Because they've been giving us shit for years about certain things. So we're going to do this right now. We're going to release the games as is. That's what Nintendo decided to do. Like, fuck the critics, we'll deal with them later. And yeah, they are still family friendly. And that's the thing that I kind of had to agree with.
I don't really. Yeah, that's the other problem I have with Nintendo. That's it. That's the other problem. Being family friendly doesn't really do much when you're selling stuff like IPs. And usually, whenever I hear something, some people say it's family friendly, the first thing that comes to mind is censorship.
Yeah, they still are, and surprisingly, they let certain games go into the system. And right now, guess what's going on with their system? They're actually selling their system, and right now they're at 30 million. 30.5 million in sales.
And then there's the fan base, which is incredibly fucking rabid.
They're incredibly cringy sometimes.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Yeah, because
but the other issue with Nintendo is they are incredibly litigious because let's be honest, you know what happened happened to that page Emo Paradise.
Yeah, they took it down hard. They literally told them to take it down or else we'll sue you.
Yeah, I can't in good conscience give my money to a company that does shit like this. They're basically the Ferrari and Porsche of the video game world when it comes to litigious people, because Ferrari has done this before. They will ban anyone who criticizes their cars. They don't let them buy them. And let's be honest here, the owner, the founder, Enzo Ferrari, was a fucking dickhead. But gaming wise, Nintendo is similar. Partly because with the guy, dude, have you ever seen a Eurolarish video about the Nintendo CEO that didn't play video games?
Yeah.
There we go. That fucker. But outside that, the only Nintendo products I've ever owned in my life were a 3DS, a Game Boy Advance Series 1, and an NES. Although that's about as far. And the game. I will give Nintendo this. When it comes to the handheld market, they really went out there. Unfortunately, in the case of the 3DS, it's also cursed because if you want to buy a used game from them, you can't. You have any idea how much these things? Dude, the resale value alone is insane.
Jeez.
$40 for a fucking game that is well over 7 years old.
Yeah, I do agree. That's a bit obsessive of them. And, Sony, the only difference is Sony actually whenever their games are like below, they usually sell them for $20, and it becomes a
or
part of
less.
the great, yeah, or less for $20, which is like their greatest hits games. Like they always re-release them whenever they're like 3 or 4 years old, and they become the biggest sellers. They sell them reused, as they reprint them, and they just call it the biggest hits thing.
Oh yeah, the greatest hits. I mean, back in the day, it wasn't exactly 3 or 4 years. It was something the likes of a couple of months,
Yeah,
at least back in the PlayStation and PlayStation 2 era.
yeah, and I kind of miss those days too, because they were really good. They were really good. They made some really decent games, and the fact that they had a niche market of imports, and it's like a lot of people wanted to buy those those games instead of the Xbox system. And it's like Xbox right now is like they're barely selling anything, but yet they have backwards compatibility, and the PlayStation 4 doesn't.
Yeah, and in the case of Bayonetta, like you told me, it had a proprietary system.
Yep.
I mean, I tried to play it on a PC, and somehow the sound is a bit off.
Oh,
This
really?
didn't, yeah, it's a bit off whenever I play it.
It's because they ported. I remembered they ported this system to the Xbox 360, and it was originally made for Xbox 360. And I remember they actually ported this to the Sony PS3, and I remembered a lot of people talking about the complaints that the loading was pretty bad. That originally they had to develop it on the Xbox 360, and then port it to PlayStation, then port it to PC a few years later, and it still has that same problem that Sony has.
And then there's the fact that Hideki Kamiya is a fucking cocksucker.
A lot I actually left him alone because he didn't block me. I didn't say shit to him. I just left him alone. But his buddy hates my guts.
It's Japan. Why? Why does he? What happened?
I kind of asked him about something about the Kill la Kill game, and he blocked me. I know, it was the biggest troll. It was like the biggest troll ever, but it was funny. I asked him about that. I was like, "Hey, when are you guys gonna release Kill la Kill on PS4 or the Xbox 360?" And he blocked me for that. I was just like, because I thought it would be funny, because a lot of people were kind of obsessive about that game. Like they wanted to see a Kill la Kill game.
We never actually did get that Kill la Kill game, didn't we?
Nah, let me see.
I recall that they canceled it. I mean, Platinum Games isn't exactly very cash of a game company. I mean, I tried to install.
Arch System Works is making that game, but I asked one of their what was his name, who left Platinum.
One of the developers.
No, he was like one of the PR guys for Platinum.
For the company. Well, he did a shitty job as a PR consultant blocking people. In that case, he did a really shitty job of being public relations. Now,
damn it. Let me see if I could find it.
Considering that this is the same company that did, well, when they were Clover, they did the most infamous beat 'em up game of all time, God Hand. I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
I could never finish that game because of the fucking difficulty. Dude, there's something insane about the difficulty.
Yeah.
In the American version, easy ain't easy. It's normal. Yeah. Yeah, easy, normal, expert. Yeah, normal is actually hard, and then expert is super hard.
Yeah, because what happened was, let's see, J.P. Kellum was the guy that I talked to. And he was pissed off at me. It was literally the biggest thing ever. I'm going to go ahead and show you his Twitter. Because he literally blocked me because I pissed him off.
J.P. Calhoun. Oh, so it was an American, not Japanese.
Yep, he used to work for Platinum as a producer.
I have a feeling that he was anti-Gamergate.
Yeah, he was, because you're blocked by the following viewing. Because I actually pissed him off, and I know that he was friends with what's her name.
Oh, Zoe Quinn.
No, Rap. What's her name?
Allison Rapp.
Allison Rap.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah, because I kind of exposed her as a. Because I did a video a while back and exposed her as an escort. That's what happened.
Actually, you're not the only one.
Yeah, I wasn't the only one, because I made a video about it, exposing the truth about her, and a lot of people saw that video. I even pointed out the differences of the images. Her nose ring was the one that kind of was the smoking gun, and I pointed that out to people in the whole thing was her nose ring was